Back to the show, everyone. We're going crazy over here today. We've got a lot of people that have been on the show before. We have our newbies coming on later. But my next guest has been on with me, I don't know now, since October, almost every show. I have to introduce you anyway first, Solar Sandy.
Thank you,
yes,
Carol.
if it's Tuesday and if it's my show, it must be Solar Sandy.
Thank you, Carol.
Tell everybody a little bit about yourself, what we're talking about, and why you're so passionate. And listen up, everyone. This costs you nothing, and so more people should be doing it. Go ahead.
Carol, thank you very much. And yes, everybody needs to, especially APS people, really, really important that you listen to me very, very carefully today. I've got some very, very, very interesting information that's going to absolutely get people to pay attention to this, what I'm talking about, no-cost solar. I have a way to lower your power bill, and it costs you nothing to do it. And this summer, APS is not only going to go up once, May 1st, it raises back to the summer rates, but they have now approved July 1st an increase that most people don't understand. And I brought some information today, Carol, and it's really important. It's going to go up not only 8%, but they're talking about this demand fee, and I want you to understand what this is, Carol. This is here, and
First of all, what I want to know, what a demand fee is before you go on. And my board operator will get this paper to you, I promise.
Well, I'm going to read this so people can understand this is not me just saying so. Demand charges are a radical and untested billing scheme that will allow the utilities like APS to charge you an inflated fee for running appliances at any one given time of the month. So what this means, Carol, is APS is incorporating this new demand fee. So on the hottest day of the year, when you're running your AC and have your lights on, your refrigerator's running, and you have the TV on, you can end up with a demand fee of $100 or $150. That is not your power costs, Carol. That is over and above what your power costs are. They're going to charge you this demand fee.
So you're telling me that if we're watching television, if we're running our laundry at the same time, which 90% of us do, and our refrigerators are running all the time, and what else? Our pools are running.
The lights.
The lights are got to be on, especially at night. Okay. How much of it they can do that? So let's say my bill is already $400. It's going to be $550.
There's an example in here. You could incur a demand fee of $151. And what this is the description of it. It is a scheme and an inflated billing that they're imposing on this new July increase for the APS customers. They're already using it in another utility here in Arizona, and this is what makes the bills so high. APS, as of July 1st, is going up 8%, and plus they're incorporating this demand fee. So the hour or the 30 minutes or 15 minutes, and they're not telling you what time of the day it is or when this time is going to be. They're going to base that demand fee when you're using the maximum amount of power. People, this is happening July 1st. Your bill in July comes in August, and people are going to be absolutely overwhelmed and shocked when they see this new rate increase, because nobody's explaining it, and it's taken me a great deal of time to get all the details so that I can come on and really explain this correctly and accurately, Carol.
Well, first of all, the other thing we want to talk about, it's no-cost solar. What does that mean?
We pay for everything. There's not anything coming out of the customer's pocket. We're paying for the panels, we're paying for the installation, the maintenance, the monitoring. So these summer bills, I can often cut them in half and then some, and these bills I can definitely cut them in half, and you're not paying anything to lower your power bill. I'm helping people save money off a bill they're already spending money on, and it's costing them nothing to do it. If they qualify. To qualify, they own their house and that they have pretty okay credit, 650 or above. That is all it takes to qualify. So people, this is really important. APS is going up. May 1st, they go back to their regular summer rates. And July 1st, when we're using the most amount of power, they're implementing these new increases.
Now, you also do a $200 solar savings incentive. This is cash in your pocket. And the reason why she does this is because she wants you to have it. She wants you to sit down and talk to her and find out whether or not you are approved, which most people are. And so she loves to go. She's valley-wide. She does free consultations to everyone. She loves to come to you and give you your little bag of $200 so you can put it in your pocket where it belongs.
Absolutely.
And save you money on a bill that you're already paying for. And you're paying nothing for this, so it's really worth it. Listen up, people. She's on a mission, and she wants to help save you money. We want you to call in here. Our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. Call in. I'm going to let everyone call throughout the rest of the show. If you've heard her and you haven't called in, call in. If you haven't heard her and you got APS, call in. We want everybody to call and get this money.
Go to the website too. I'm on the air. Obviously, I can't take calls. That's why we ask you to call into Carol's show. But go to the website, subscribe. Then I get your name and your address and your phone number, and I will call you. If you've been thinking about solar, if you haven't been thinking about solar, this is the only way to save money off a bill you're spending money on, and that bill is going to go drastically up July 1st.
You're going to be thinking of it when it starts to get high and your first bill comes in, and the first one's about $300. And we say, oi, right?
Yeah, and the other thing, Carol, that's very important for everyone to understand, as of July 1st, if you have not gone solar by July 1st, you will not be grandfathered in to have the maximum savings that are available today. So if you don't call in today, if you don't meet with me and you put it off and you put it off, I'm not making this up. July 1st, these rate increases are going into effect. Anybody who just kind of waits and says, oh, well, I'll be okay paying my APS bill, you're sorely, sorely mistaken. Because in August, when you say, gee, I think that was a good idea, you will not be grandfathered in, and you'll have a very difficult time seeing the savings then, because they're making it so they're taking away the maximum savings that I can offer today to almost everyone. Doesn't matter how much power they use or how little power they use, I can help them save money off that bill, Carol, and it costs them nothing to do it.
Nothing. So our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. You're going to get that $200 solar savings incentive by calling in today. She wants to help you now save the money and be it so that you can get grandfathered in and that you start getting the most amount of money off of your bills that she can get you now. 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. It's AskSolarSandy.com. You want to go up on that website because you want to subscribe and go ahead and let her, all of the information is up there. You've got news clips, you've got all sorts of things up there so people can check you out.
It's been all over the news. It's been in the newspaper, Carol. It's just not me saying this. People have been seeing and hearing about this. And we've been told that they're going to keep on releasing more information. The reason that the APS is not releasing the information, there'll be actual riots down at APS. I'm just telling you that with this rate increase and what these new demand fees are going to add to people's bills, it's really, really, really going to absolutely shock people. Their bills are going up significantly.
Again, we want you to call in here. She's going to give you a $200 solar savings incentive. It's cash to you to put in your pocket. We were talking earlier today. Well, not earlier today. I was going to say from the shows before. I do have a friend. I have a friend, and I want people to know this. It's very true because somebody was buying a house, and I said to her, "Well, gee, do you know whether you're on APS or not?" She said, "I don't know." I said, "You might want to find out." She says, "I'm on APS." I said, "You better listen to the show," and she did, and she ended up, helping her out quite a bit.
I did. I went out to see her, and instead of her paying a $300-400 bill, I was able to save her an awful lot of money off her bill.
And she wants to do that for everyone out there listening. We're going to go to a break. When we come back, we want to talk further. Our number here, 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. Call in, get your $200 solar savings cash in your pocket today, right now, and check her out. It's AskSolarSandy.com, and also like her on Facebook. Or follow her on Facebook. How's that one? So welcome back. We're talking with Solar Sandy. We're trying to save money for everybody out there?
Off their electric bills, APS people, it's just so important that you pay attention. Am I going to see everybody that hears us today, Carol? No, but I try and educate people. I'm a retired nurse, and the reason I got into this was to help my daughter save money off a bill that was going through the roof, and I couldn't help her pay it. And when we put no-cost solar on her home, and it worked, I said, boy, oh boy, there's other people out there that could use this and benefit from it. And that's why I got into doing this. I really believe in it. I have it on my home. My daughter has it on her home. And earlier we were talking about these demand fees, and I just want to just show you. These demand fees sound very confusing. APS are adding these demand fees. And they're confusing because they are. Demand fees are difficult for residential customers to understand and control because they have to monitor how much power they're using at every minute of every day during the summertime. The laundry, the TV, the refrigerator is on. That's impossible to do. So the only way to avoid these costs are you can't if you don't know how to monitor your power, and none of us do because we have no way of figuring out how much power we're using at that minute of the day. The only way to lower your bill and not have these demand fees incurred is by going solar, no-cost solar.
And again, for anyone, we just came back from a break, so for anyone that's just tuning in, please explain to them what they're going to do.
Right, so they're not going to pay for anything. I'm going to go and find out how much power that they've used, figure out how many panels they need. They're not buying panels, Carol, they're buying the power the panels produce. So when I say no-cost solar, they're not paying for installation, they're not paying for maintenance, monitoring, they're not worrying about insurance. There's nothing, no cost for this, the panels. They're just paying a lower per kilowatt rate for the power the panels produce.
And explain to them, like you have before, how, if you're going to the gas station on one corner that has whatever.
Right, exactly. A real simple analogy is if you're driving down the street and gas at Fry's is 17 cents a gallon, and across the street Costco has gas for 12 cents a gallon. Well, you're going to go to Costco's because those gallons add up. It's the same thing with kilowatts. I'm going to give you the same kilowatts. I'm just going to give you them for less than APS is currently charging you. And that's how you're going to save money off your electric bill. People say, well, how does your company make money? That's exactly the same way. We just give you the same product for less. That's what Costco does. They give you the same products, you just pay less for them.
Now, we've got our lines open here, and I'm going to let everyone call throughout the rest of the show, and it's a $200 solar savings incentive, and it's cash in your pocket. You have to qualify, but everyone usually qualifies. It's very easy. Go ahead, tell them.
To qualify, you own your house, you're paying your electric bill, your APS, and you have pretty good credit, 650 or above, because there's no cost and no expense for this. You sit down with me, we figure out how much power you're using. With your permission, I call into APS, see how many kilowatts you've used over the last 12 months, so I know how many panels you need and how much power I need to replace, and then I give you that same power for less money.
Again, our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. This is cash in your pocket. It's no cost solar. We want you to understand that. She comes to you valley-wide. She's helped a lot of people since you have been on this show. You've visited a lot of people. They love you. They love me. You tell me. Thank you, everybody that's listening that loves me too. Well, you know what? This is information for them. They love hearing it.
Absolutely. This is very important information because honestly, you can go look at the websites that you think would be obvious, and you can't find actual information. I've done digging and research because I want to arm everybody with and educate them with accurate information, Carol. This is not me saying so. This is actual factual things that are going to happen. July 1st, APS bills are going up, and they're going up dramatically. And if you're not in, when I say in, signed up, your reservation made with APS, you are not going to have the maximum savings that I can offer you today. And boy, oh boy, you are going to be sorry after July 1st that you didn't do this well before July 1st.
You can check her out. It's AskSolarSandy.com. You can subscribe there, and you can see all the information. There's news clips. There's all sorts of things on there. Also, she'll contact you from there. She's on the air right now, so she can't call anyone right now.
Right.
But she is talking to you out there. She is on this mission to help you save money. And a lot of people out there, we know it. It's coming, and we don't want to deal with it. We know we don't want to have to keep our air conditionings on
at 85 or
That's
90
crazy.
degrees. There's a lot of people I visited last summer that were keeping their thermostats at 85 and 90 degrees to keep their electricity bills, that they could afford them. By going solar, they don't have to do that anymore. They can live comfortably and put more money back in their pocket. I'm saving them off a bill that they're already spending money on. I just want to read this one more time for the people who might have just tuned in. What this demand fee actually is in APS that's going to be imposed July 1st. It's a demand fee, or a radical and untested billing scheme that will allow utilities like APS to change charge you an inflated fee for running your appliances at one time over the course of the month. So again, you're using power at the hottest time of the year. They're billing you, they're calculating that demand fee on an hour or 30 minutes or 15 minutes, and they're not telling you when that is or how to regulate your power. This is, they say it right here, it's a scheme and radical billing scheme that will allow utilities like APS to impose this fee over and above what they're charging already for power. This is a fee.
When you ask why they do it, because they can.
Because they can. And those fees, taxes, and surcharges, Carol, I've talked about them on other shows. That's the way that they're able to continue to raise the rates above and beyond what the PUC allows them to, because those fees, taxes, and surcharges, we don't really know what they all are, but when you go solar, those fees, taxes, and surcharges are gone. You're not buying their power anymore, so those go down to zero.
The number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. If you have been listening to her and you've been procrastinating, don't procrastinate any longer. You want to get grandfathered in. You want to get the most amount of savings that she can help you with. So, and you're getting $200 in your pocket. You're not paying any money out of it. There's no obligation to have her sit down and see what she can do for you. SRP, it's APS people. It is extremely important because right now it's a huge push on this. So give us a call here at 602-277-5369 and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. We'll get you connected with you so she can help you save money.
Absolutely, Carol. And I mean, all I can say is I love to go out to see how much money I'm able to save.
Well, the last few times that you've been on, the one time we've been talking about the text that you got, you don't have to pull it up because I'm telling you, I saw it. The text said, "Thank you, Sandy. My bills are coming in now, and they're only $3.10.
Absolutely.
What would everybody do out there if they had a bill for their summer, which, well, maybe it'll go up to $50, but that's okay.
No.
I'd be very happy.
Her bill with APS now is about $3.10, and she's paying a very, very reasonable amount for her power. She's not getting those $400 and $500 summer bills anymore.
So some of the people that might say, and I'm just thinking for the listeners,
Sure.
right? So how can this be so? I mean, what's the catch, Sandy?
There is no catch.
Solar Sandy.
There is no catch, and this is why. So you asked me why more people don't have this, Carol. They think there's a catch, and I thought there was as well before I did this for my daughter. I said, "Oh, there's got to be a catch to this." No, the panels you're not paying for the panels, you're not paying for the installation, the maintenance or monitoring, ensuring, warranty, it's all taken care of. The only thing the homeowner is getting is a lower price on their power.
And you're going to fall in love with your panels when you get your bill.
I go with the panels. My boss tells me not to say that, but I do. I give really great customer service. I want my homeowners to feel comfortable in the process. They might not think of every question when I sit down and talk with them, so I have great relationships after I leave, and I keep in touch through install, through the whole process, and even afterwards. And people call me and thank me throughout the year saying, "We really appreciate you saving this money off of a bill we were spending so much money on.
The website is AskSolarSandy.com. There's a ton of information. You can subscribe over there. Also, they want you to follow them on Facebook. You can
Me on Facebook.
So they just, well, not me. Well, they can on me too, but that's okay. Well, and you can see all sorts of things on Sandy and all the videos and everything like that. But Sandy, really, honestly, this is something that you have been hugely, I mean, in the last, well, you've been on almost every show since I met you.
I'm so passionate about it, Carol, because when I go into people's homes, young, middle-aged, or older, and I see people having to fear opening up their power bills, and they say, and I've had so many people say, we might not have been able to afford to stay in our home, or we would have maybe not been able to buy our medication come the summertime, and I'm actually making this much of a difference in somebody's budget. There's people that couldn't afford to pay their power bills, and you know what happens? Their power gets shut off if they don't.
Give us a call here. We want you to get this solar savings incentive. It's no cost solar to you. The number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. It's AskSolarSandy.com.